Welcome, guys. This is going to be the second day of Alpha Ladder, and we have one game today, and which will be between Tyranny and 14K Gaming. I have with me Honey Bear, aka Zahin, an
Hello
idiot,
guys.
an idiot who came from his grammar bari somehow.
No, that's not my grammar worry.
Okay, whatever.
Uh,
So, how do you feel? Like, how will this game go?
well, looking at the ranks, I feel this game will go in favor of Tyranny Gaming. I mean Tyranny, and let's hope that it's a competitive game,
Yeah.
so it would be fun to see.
Okay. So, um,
Yeah,
so probably the game's going to start. Yeah, the
yeah,
game
it
did
will.
start. So, priority picks. What do you think? What should be priority picks and bans? Like,
I guess this game would be something like targeted bans for players from each teams.
okay,
I guess that's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing here. There's a Sejuani ban, and let's see what's the next ban from the other team.
yeah. Sejuani ban trying to limit uh, limit
The
what they do.
jungler from
Yeah, and
14
then
team.
there's Lulu ban.
Lulu ban.
Well, so there is a Lulu ban at the moment, and then a Sejuani ban. Do you think we'll see a well? I think Tyranny stole the words out of my mouth. I was going to ask whether they're going to ban Cho'Gath. And there's Cho'Gath.
Yep.
So, do you expect a Maokai ban? Like, Maokai, I think is pretty, high up there in terms of
Pick.
picking rate because
Yeah.
he has so much CC. It's equivalent to a Zac. A Zac goes in and gives so much CC, and same for Maokai. Only Maokai deals more damage, in my opinion.
That is true.
And he heals and his healing, that is kind of retarded.
Never look.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
Maokai has had a good win ratio in the solo queue, and Maokai is also a very good team fight champion. Yes, that's what we see here. It's a Maokai first pick.
Well, can't say I didn't expect it. You
Yeah,
never
we
leave
saw
out
it
the
coming.
Maokai.
Yeah.
Galio's also remaining, however, if they wish to take Galio. So
So
Raid is
that's the
thinking about what
question.
to pick, and they do pick
That's Alice. Yeah.
Elise. Well, Elise is very good for comps, which actually focus a lot on early game pressure. But it's a matter of if they can do it. Rather, it goes from okay, we're gonna give some early game pressure to whether they can give early game pressure because
Okay, that's a blitzcrank from the 14K side. I
meaning there's
think
going to be
they're very
meaning they're focusing a lot of skirmishes. It's like
yep.
Elise and Blitzcrank skirmishes can be really devastating if Blitzcrank lands the hook.
That's
Uh,
true. Strategic approach.
and then they pick
And
the
the
Morgana.
to counter the hooks with the spell shield.
All of a sudden it becomes a skill matchup.
Is that going to be a Tristan or a Callista?
I think it's probably going to be a Tristan or rather a Zaya.
Yeah.
I think Zaya is really good. She's one of the best. She's one of the better hyper carries in the game, in my opinion.
Yep. And post 6, her ultimate would help to dodge hooks and the stuns from Elise and both with strength.
Yeah. And they do lock in the Tristana from the 14k side, so it'll be a Tristana Blitzcrank bot lane versus a Morgana Zaya bot lane. Chime in, Zion. Chime in. What do you think?
Um, I think it goes in favor of Morgana and Zaya,
Why?
because
Why do you say that?
I think so because Morgana will have the W, which would put pressure on the other lane, and with Zaya, she has her abilities, which spread out the feathers
Yeah.
that do damage too.
Yeah.
But if the Blitzcrank can land his hooks, then it's gonna be hard to manage for them too.
Okay. So, and then there are there's a Z ban and Nar ban from the 14k side. Meanwhile, they ban the Darius because well, Darius can make Maokai suffer a bit in the lane. It's a bit of
Yeah,
a suffering.
suffering. Yes,
And the Galio ban because well, I think Galio mid is pretty strong at this point. Um,
it is.
Galio mid is pretty strong, so um, I'm waiting to see what Match does go for because they will 14k gaming will have the counter pick and they do go for the Renekton. Renekton and Elise are very good tower. It's a very good tower diving combo. It's like basically you can just go in and stun the enemy champion for days, and then just kill him in the process.
Yeah, think about Blitzcrank. If Blitzcrank starts to roam, one of them stuns, the other one hooks them, then there's another follow-up stun.
Yeah,
Basically, the enemy won't have any place to go.
yeah,
That's
basically,
a nice pick.
and that might be a Victor from Kataklonda, or it might be a Lucian. But I think Lucian blind pick is a bit of a risk, especially if you're in there to win the lane.
Yeah.
But they do go for the Lucian blind pick. And now 14k gaming have the last pick to for the mid laner.
Who it's gonna be? What do you think? Okay, that's a Talia.
That's a Talia. I think Talia is a decent pick, but Lucian will be very
Very
obnoxious in the
dominating.
obnoxious
Yeah.
in the lane.
We've seen that. We've seen Faker carry out Lucian perfectly against Talia in the last playoffs, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I guess that's a tribute or something. A tribute to Faker from Karaklonda. I like the name though. It's funny.
I don't know what it means. Maybe we should ask him, but we'll ask him later. But yeah, I think, but the 14k team has a lot of roaming potential. Like if you look at the Blitzcrank, the Elise, and then the Talia, that's a lot of roaming. Like you can use the Talia wall to roam. You can use Blitzcrank can easily roam with the Moby boots, and then you have an Elise who's very dominant in the early game.
Yeah, that is true. And they'll have good team fights too. If
Yeah.
you look at their team comp, the 14k gaming, if they can carry out their comp nicely, then we'd see a lot of kills for their favor.
Yeah.
With the Taliol, they can zone an opponent and they have Blitzcrank, Elise, and Renekton to go upon them, stun them, and kill them.
Yeah. But it's a matter of execution for them
CC.
because
Well, a lot of CC on both sides, yes.
I think it's a matter of execution because I think Morgana is going to Morgana might be able to save someone given she's able to time it right.
Yeah.
Like
It depends on the timing.
yeah.
I can't see is Blitzcrank playing Exhaust or Ignite.
Um, I'll have to, make the screen a bit bigger. I don't know. I think that might be an exhaust.
It's for the client, it's not the stream.
Yeah. I think it's an exhaust.
Yeah, it's an exhaust.
Like, I think they should fix the spectator bug. The
Yeah,
spectator
they
bug has
should,
been
and
around for ages.
you should zoom out the client. You zoomed it in the stream.
No, this is like, even I can't see it. Like, even without the stream, I can't see it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
How do I zoom out? How do I fix this?
You can fix it. It's the client.
That's the thing. The client needs to be fixed, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So we're in for the delay, and the game will start shortly.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about team compositions. I think the blue team has a really good AD carry in the form of Zaya. Zaya is a very good hyper carry in this game. So given enough peel, I think Zaya can basically
Do a lot of damage.
Deal a lot of damage.
Healing.
Yeah,
Yes.
but on the other side, 14K Gaming, they have focused a lot on early game pressure. It's like there's an Elise, there's a Blitzcrank, there's a Talia who will just roam about level 6, and then Renekton. I don't think there are many champions who can actually push against a Renekton because, well, it's a Renekton. So there's a lot of early game pressure from them. It's a matter of how they translate to it. So the loading screen is just coming up. What do you think? Like,
well, which team will carry out their composition better than the other?
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
I think it's gonna be the team Tyranny, because I personally like their composition very well.
Okay.
They have two different engages, Gragas or Maokai. Maokai can basically out and go on and root them, and Gragas can follow up on that. And there will be follow up from Morgana, Zaya, and Lucian as well.
Yeah.
And for Gragas and both Maokai, both of their ultimates can be used as both engages and disengages.
Okay.
And this gives them a good advantage over the enemy team.
But if 14K Gaming do get early lead, that's something, that might be interesting to see.
Yeah, it would be. Well, it all depends on how the teams carry it out.
So the game has started.
Yes, it has.
Oh, what's your time?
0-10 seconds. 9-10.
I'm stopping at 17. Just let me know.
Okay, resume.
Okay. So let me also realign the people in the scoreboard.
Yeah, let's do that.
We can see they're both scattering up a bit. But Blitzcrank is going for a face check. That might be a bind, but bind misses.
Misses, yes. We don't see much early words from both team.
Except, 40K did put that, and he tried to hook the Morgana.
And misses. Both of the supports missing their skill shots.
The first of many skill shots.
Yeah. So we see the ADC from the blue team hiding in the bush. What's it gonna be?
I think Blitzcrank might go for another attempt, but they aren't.
Yes, and the red team. Okay, Morgana gets hooked. Now
but
Blitzcrank.
They are closing in.
I guess that's gonna be a summoner. Yes, a summoner's burned. Tristana, what's Tristana doing?
Tristana should just back off
Back
because I
in.
think Morgana's...
Morgan's Q's up. Oh, Tristana's dead.
That might be
Yeah.
first blood, and it is first blood.
Yeah. So Tristana loses his heal, Blitzcrank both his summoners, and from the blue side, there's only Ignite from Morgana.
Yeah. I don't know what Tristana did there. She should just have, backed off when she could. Because Blitzcrank was already alive. But he survived.
Yeah. I don't know. Early pressure from Lucian.
Because Lucian did hit the level 2 before.
Yeah. Taking advantage of the level advantage. And we can see Elise in the blue side.
Invading.
Yeah. Another good skill shot.
The bot lane do hit level 2 earlier, so 40K Gaming have to back off a bit. Elise did get caught. There is a fight in the
Elise
jungle,
survives.
but Elise has to flash. Renekton comes in to, give some extra protection. That might be another bind. That might be a kill though. Well done by Zaya.
Really
Zaya wants to get the kill, but that's a very good hook. And they get the kill.
Will Morgana die? That's a good skill shot on a flash.
Morgana flashes and then
barely survived.
But that was a very good pull by Blitzcrank. And Zaya went too far. Morgana was too far behind. That is, she did not have enough. The range was not enough for her to put the black shield on, so that she doesn't get pulled. But ultimately, she does get pulled, and well, a kill back to the bot lane.
Yep. So the AD carries are even in kills, but not in gold.
Yeah, there's like about 2 gold difference, and Zaya goes back to buy a Khal. And as you can see, as expected, Renekton will be pushing out the lane. It is a Renekton.
Yeah, I like the Morgana though. Pretty sick bindings from. Okay, that's a flash and that's a miss, I guess.
That's a really big miss. I think he overestimated the range he can go.
Yeah, he did. So the flash body slam failed.
In the mid lane, Talia's farm is equals to that of Delusion. So not equals. It's like about a wave difference.
Yeah.
But
I think that's gonna be a double kill for the blue team.
Yeah, that might be a double kill. I think,
Okay, he gets hooked again, but still, it's a double kill.
They're playing
That's a
far
good
too
binding.
aggressive. I think, Tristana's positioning isn't there.
It's quite off for this game, Tristana. Well, probably he's just having a bad day.
Probably. So, Solution does go for a bit of a bit of more aggression, but Talia can ward it off because the Q manages to ward him off for a while.
Yeah.
So, Gragas is seen recalling. They already know Gragas is probably there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shield from Morgana. Okay, and now we see a pause.
Okay, I'll be right. Give me a few secs. Let me get some water.
As we can see, Elise moved up in bot lane and Blitzcrank missed a hook. Quite a bit of aggression from Cranko, and will Blitzcrank die? Or he flashes to safety. And again, that's a nice binding from Morgana, and Tristana's dead again. Xayah on a killing spree.
I'm back and I come and see 2 kills. Actually 1 kill. Rather. The bot lane of Tyranny is really lighting it up, aren't they, Zahin?
They are, but what I'm seeing so far is 14K Gaming have a weaker bot lane compared to the rest of the team, and Tristana, his movements and positioning seems off from the start of the game. Again, another beautiful binding from Morgana. Okay, so we see Talia moving bot.
Zahin, you're
Yes.
a bit ahead. Can you pause?
Yeah, okay.
What time are you at?
7:51.
I'm there. So yeah, Talia goes back to the mid lane, and Lucian takes the blue. Lucian will take that in the mid lane. Talia hasn't received her blue, has she? No, she hasn't.
No, it's not up yet.
I think after this they might go for a back, the bot lane of Tyranny.
It seems so. Okay, so we see Renekton moving up. It's a lane gank, and there's Gragas too. But Gragas, okay, that's another miss from Gragas. That's a nice spell.
So
Okay.
that might be a kill on to the Lucian, and that's a good flash by Illidan, and Illidan manages to save herself.
Yeah, the kill goes to Talia. It's gonna be a dragon.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a Cloud Drake. But Renekton
Nash
is
decides to teleport
keeping
back,
in the top
yeah.
lane. And so red team take the dragon, but still the blue team is ahead in gold. Strictly because they have more kills on their hands. And there's a massive difference in farm between the Tristana and the Xayah.
Yes, there is.
And there's a bit of trading going on in the top lane as usual. I'm surprised he's going for the Tiamat first. I expected him to go Black Cleaver perhaps, the Renekton. I think the Black Cleaver would have helped him in the lane against, a Maokai. And there's going to be a Gragas as well, who's going to be fairly tanky.
Okay, we see a flag from Lucian.
Yeah.
Comes in from behind. His culling isn't up yet. It should be up soon, very soon.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, Renekton's dead. You won't need it anyway.
Yeah.
That's a good rotation. A very good cap.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's Elise and Talia both moving towards bot lane. Morgana's caught. Will she survive? She doesn't have flash. And that's a good ultimate, but okay.
I think they might. Xayah does plans
That's
for the
an
ultimate.
overstay.
Xayah wants another kill, but Tristana comes in from behind. Blitzcrank picks the kill. Tristana taking so much damage, and I think Tristana might do it, but he does have he used both summoners, so it's a 1-for-1 at the end.
Yeah.
14K Gaming get out safely, even though it was looking really bad for them.
Yes, they do. If the Morgana's ult would have been successfully casted on both of them, Talia got out of the range.
Yeah.
If
And
she got snared then she would have died.
yeah. So the bot lane of the red team are backing off. Gragas was there, you know, waiting on a flank.
But there's a red control ward in the bush. They clear it out. And do they head back?
Yeah,
They don't.
and we can see Lee's going to the top lane, but they do not commit. So far, both junglers are trying to make very proactive plays, but none
Yeah.
so far.
As you said, Zaya is a hyper carry and she's fed. What do you think will happen to this game?
If Zaya manages to keep it that way, then I think Zaya might just spiral this game out of control, and it will be really hard for DK Gaming to win. What they need to do, I think, they need to put more pressure on the Zaya. You know, get a bit of more, you know, gold onto Tristana, and then fight. But there's a fight already going on, and I think that's a dead Lucian. She does jump in, but no Renekton. But Renekton comes in a bit too late. Tries to kill the Zaya, but Renekton's all alone, and I think that might be a red Renekton as well. And Bristank also walks in, going to give another kill to Zaya, and Zaya is now dominating.
Yeah, that's a 1-4-4.
Yeah. It goes to show that they should have either caught the Zaya early, or they should have just waited for Renekton to get in position, because Renekton came in far too late.
Yes, he did. Now we see the blue team moving towards the Rift Herald.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy objective to get now, because the red team just got off their death timers and now they're just rocking back in the lane. They can contest it, but I don't think they have any idea if it's going on or not.
Yeah.
So now they know that the Rift Herald has been taken. And the bind misses from Morgana, and Leaf will walk back again. Talia is able to deal the poke, but the thing is,
That's a lot of poke damage from Talia, we can see.
yeah. The main issue for the for DK bot lane now is the Tristana, and obviously the opponent Zaya, who's 7-1-2. I think they could have played the laning phase better, and now Tristana is very far behind. It's really hard to.
Indeed, she is. Is that gonna be a turret dive? No, I don't think so.
That they actually, I think they opted for a turret dive, but later they saw, you know, I think they were planning on for a turret dive, but it's hard to dive a Renekton while his ult is active. He does pop the Dominus, but after that, I think this might be a turret dive. I think he has to walk out of there.
We see the Infernal Dragon alive. Meanwhile, the top turret's down. I think the blue team will move towards Dragon now. I'll be back in a while.
Okay. They should be moving towards the Dragon right now. But they're pressuring more in the top lane turret to do some of the damage. And that might be a dive, but that's a very good slice by Morgana. And Morgana lands the Q, and that might be a dead Talia. The Talia dies.
Yes, we see Tristana dealing damage from behind, and Tristana gets a kill. And okay, no, Tristana fails, but still, in the top lane, the fight favors the red team. Well, again, that's a nice binding from Morgana. Morgana's been playing pretty well this game, landing most of her binds. Okay, does Renekton die? No, he lives. Okay, no.
And Renekton
Morgana
does
secures
die.
the kill. Yeah.
And also, Xayah takes the turret. It was ultimately a 4 for 4. You know, in the entire map.
Yes, and we can see that Team Tyranny has built up a good lead. They're now 6k gold ahead from the red team, and we see a Blitzcrank.
Yeah.
Blitzcrank land a hook on Xayah. Yes, he does, and now we see a teleport and an ult from Talia. Okay, that's a good save, but Maokai is caught. But there's Kragus to help him. Okay, that's a flash fail from Blitzcrank. Will Blitzcrank die? I think so. Yes, he's dead.
That is a kill, and that's another kill onto Talia. Now they're just grouping, and I think they're going to force the bot tier 2 turret. And Xayah is very much in the lead, and they just hammered them. And Lucian goes in to take the kill. They'll take the bot lane turret. They might push for another one because 3 of the 14k team is dead.
Question is, will they get the inhib turret? Yes,
I
they
think
will.
They will. Maokai is pressuring there, and they take the turret.
Now we see that. Okay, that's another fight. And again,
that will be a lot of damage from Xayah. Xayah is just melting them right now. Xayah and Lucian.
Yes, they are. And okay, now they'll get the inhibitor, and Maokai will die.
Maokai just gets caught. That's Maokai. What's your time?
19, 16, 17, 18.
Can you pause?
Yes, I can.
What?
I don't know how am I getting so ahead of you in time.
Start. No, it's because the spectator data. Sometimes the spectator data does not come in, and you know, the game just pauses.
Oh, okay.
So, Team Tyranny now has about 11,000 goal lead. That's more like 10.5 thousand, and that's a hope landing onto Xayah. Xayah gets and that might be a dead Xayah right now. He wants to take someone with him, and he does indeed take the Talia down.
Well, for this game, both the team had great team compositions, I'd say. But we see Team Tyranny, they're pulling it off better than the other team, which is 14k game.
I think going for next game, I think they should just address the fact that Tristana's positioning in the early game hasn't been great. And you know, the Morgana pit was there, and still, I don't think they actually saw if the opponent support does play the Morgana.
Yes, they should have done their homeworks before getting into the game.
Yeah, and that's going to Renekton will be a bit of a poke, and I think at this point Renekton's pressure means nothing because the rest of Tyranny's kill, and that is a catch on to Elise. Elise might be dead,
Well, at least we'll
but
live.
no, Elise just rappels up and
My
manages to
god,
survive.
look at the Morgana in this game. Landing most of her bindings, and that's a nice spell shield too on Lucian. Well, they catch Renekton, and I don't think Renekton can survive this.
Yeah,
Yes, they can, and Talia will die too. My god, look at those beautiful bindings.
yeah. The bindings were there, they're just taking. And now I think they can go for the Baron because there's no possibility that Red King can just, contest this. Unless, Elise wants to go for a steal.
No, we can
Unfortunately,
see Elite in the bot lane, and they have no idea that. Okay, now they do know that Baron's been taken.
now they move on to take the top tier 2 turret. All five members there, and the red team is not ready to defend this, and they will have to surrender this one to the team Tyranny.
Yeah, they will.
But so far, if you can see, the red team has gotten no turrets at all.
Yes, they haven't. It's because of the bot lane. They've been put constant pressure, and Morgana making plays, catching the enemies off guard. Well, again, we see them caught. But I guess they'll survive this time. No, Renekton, maybe he'll die. Yes, she dies, but will Zaya live? Yes, Zaya uses her ultimate to safety.
Zaya
My
used the
god,
ultimate
look
to
at that
safety.
damage. Look at the damage from Zaya.
Yeah, and that was so much damage from Zaya, and and I think that might be another kill. That is another kill. And now they can just focus to end the game. Like they have a minion wave here, they have Baron buff, they can just
Yeah,
end the
they have
game.
15 seconds on board to finish the game, and I guess this game's over.
Yeah. So game one
Well,
is taken by Team Tyranny, and now they have to wait for the second game. So what's your takeaway from this game, Ryan?
well, I loved how beautifully Morgana has played throughout the game, landing crucial bindings and black shields,
Yeah,
saving the ADC, and liked how Maokai engaged on other fights as well. Well, in my opinion, Team 14K Gaming could have done much better than they did now.
yeah,
And I was expecting a lot more from Tristana.
yeah, exactly. And I think he could have done a lot. He could have done a lot better. Right. He could have really.
Yeah, he could have.
So now they have to think about what changes do they want to make. You know, do they ban the Morgana? What do they go for? Like, I think honestly, the positioning of Tristana was just pretty bad.
It
So
was awful. Tristana getting caught from the start of the game, giving out first blood.
yeah,
Well, I think for the next game, they should deny the Morgana her champion.
and get him to pick something else.
Yeah.
If we do look at his shampoo, he does play a lot of Morgana, a lot of Thresh and Leona. So I think they should have checked everyone's accounts and then thought about, okay, we should be doing this.
Yes, they should have done their homeworks properly, and let's hope this time it's much more competitive than the last game was.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
So I'll be back as well. We'll be resuming once the game starts. Ah.
Hey, Slayer, are you there? Slayer, both the teams are ready, so shall we
Yeah,
start?
yeah. I'm back. So second game. What are the bans we expect?
The expected bans, I guess, they'll ban out Lucian.
They should ban out
And
Morgana, I think. This time
yes,
around.
they should, but people don't really emphasize on support bans these days,
Never looked back.
especially champions like Morgana. That's a Jace ban again.
Maybe Emperor QT does play a good Jace. Now they banned the Maokai because they don't want to pick it. They don't have pick priority. So ban the Maokai whenever you don't have pick priority, and then they do ban the Zac again.
I won't be denied.
Okay, there's a Sejuani ban again. That's a targeted ban, I presume.
Last game, they banned the Thresh for some reason. I guess they're planning on something else altogether.
Yeah. I guess that's a Thresh ban for their support who played Morgana last time. Now, what's the pick gonna be? What do you think?
I can't say yet. It's gonna be a
Okay, so that's a
Vi
Vi pick. Okay,
So they
that's
pick
rather
Vi
strange.
they
What do you think?
they pick Vi with pick priority when they could have picked something else altogether. I really don't know what to say. Like they had pick priority, they could have taken something else altogether.
Yeah, I guess that's a strategy for 14K gaming,
And
picking
Illidan
out the
goes for
Vi.
Morgana again.
Yeah, that's a Morgana again. Now, let's see what we have this game. Okay, so
And
it's a
they're
Morgana and Tristana this time.
going for
So
a
it's
Rakan, and that
Rakan.
might be
Okay.
Rakan Zaya botlane.
Yeah, the love lane. So let's see, it's the love lane versus
I don't know what
Morgana
lane,
and Trist.
but honestly,
The witch lane, we could say. So Morgana's a witch, right?
well, technically yes,
Isn't she? Yeah.
but technically, I don't know. Like Morgana can Morgana's Black Shield does
I
work
do not
against
tolerate cowardice.
Rakan's spells. So this is kind of
Does
counterintuitive unless
the Black Shield does, if Rakan's ulting, the Black Shield might help one single person,
Do
but
not
if
deny
Morgana
me.
misses her Q, that is the binding, then Rakan can go on to the other members of the team.
yeah.
So that would put the 14K gaming in an advantage in a team fight.
But you have to time it really well. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's about timing and patience, basically precision. So that's another Elise.
And they do ban the Renekton because he did play a good Renekton last time around.
Yeah. So that's an R ban again.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Shen pick for the top lane?
Yeah.
And Trundle, what do you think about the matchup?
Shen versus Trundle. I think Trundle has a better matchup, but Trundle is a very good split pusher, and at the same time they take the LeBlanc.
That's a LeBlanc. I think this game would be pretty interesting. Let's see what goes on in this game. Who do you think will win this game? Will 14K Gaming fight back and get another win? Or do you think that Tyranny will dominate again? I
What?
think 14K. Do you think Tyranny will win or 14K will win?
I think looking at the team, I think 14K have a lot of ammunition on them, but if the Zaya can go off, like that would be pretty big. And I have a question about Talia's summoner spells. Why ignite?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. What do you think? Is it for the lane pressure to keep LeBlanc in lane? Is LeBlanc playing Ignite or Teleport? I think that's an Ignite too.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think LeBlanc does have an ignite, and LeBlanc ignite is perfectly justified because she is an
Yeah, it's
assassin.
justified.
She's an assassin, but I don't know about Talia. Talia shouldn't have an ignite. Not really,
Effective on Talia.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm personally hoping that 14K fights back because their team comp seems interesting, especially the Vi pick. I haven't seen Vi in a while.
Yeah.
Let's see what their pick Vi can bring in. They did have other junglers available, but
Yeah.
they chose Vi, so
I
let's see
think
what
I think
happens.
I think Vi is pretty good on locking someone down, but against a Morgana again, not very good.
Yeah. Tyranny do have a good bot lane. Well, let's hope that this time 14K plays it out better in the bot lane.
Yeah.
All we can do is hope for a competitive game.
Yeah.
The delay is underway, so a minute and 10 seconds before the game begins.
But honestly, I do like the bot lane coming out of 14K if they can execute it. If they can, that can be a kill. That's a lot of kill pressure coming from the bot lane. Like if Zaya gets fed, Zaya can carry the game, as long as there is enough peel. But still a
Yeah.
question mark on Talia's summoner spells. Because if we see it like this, I think, Trundle versus Shen, Trundle is a very good speed pusher from the mid game, so
Yeah. This time, I guess I'd give the comp advantage to 14K Gaming because I do really like their comp.
yeah.
But the question still remains, will they be able to execute it properly?
That's the thing. If they can, this might be a win for them.
Yeah.
So the game is underway. Illidan using another Morgana skin right now.
Yeah.
Goes to show, yeah, I play a lot of Morgana.
Yeah.
So the game has loaded. And there is a pause.
Yes, a pause. It's quite necessary. I don't think we'll ever have any game without a pause.
Yeah, we won't. Probably won't.
Yeah, we will.
There's also an unpause coming as well.
Yes, that's what we see.
So there are pings going on in the bot side of the jungle.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay. And a good bit
I
of
think that might
damage
be
from...
invade. That is an
Yeah.
invade. And good jump by Rakan.
What's your time?
Wait, I have to shift back a bit. The spec is lagging and
30 seconds
my time
until
is at
minions
46,
spawn.
47, 48, 49, 50, 51. What's your time?
1 minute and 3 seconds. Are you here? Or am I ahead again?
You're pretty ahead. I have to go back again because the spectator data is not downloading
30
again.
seconds until minions
Okay, so I'm paused at 1 minute and 8 seconds. Do let me know.
Okay. So they go back to their respective jungle. And I'm there.
Yeah, so do I resume?
minions
Yeah,
have
you do.
spawned.
Okay, what's the time now?
My time is at 118. Come up there. I told you to resume. Do tell me when you come at 18.
Okay, resume.
Okay, so
You can outshoot me?
just gonna realign and Vi starting the red and restarting the blue.
Okay, we see Morgana playing aggressive again. That's an ignite burn.
Yeah, but no flash being used. So
Yeah.
Morgana playing very aggressive and bind misses. And that's
In
an
this-
early level 2.
Hey, the stream screen seems to
That's
be
a
stopped.
very good flash. And I think that might be first blood to Zaya, but Morgana takes the return kill. He is still level
Hey,
1.
the screen is stuck in the stream. It's stuck at jump select. Still waiting.
Is it?
Yeah, it is stuck, waiting for the delay. Would you check it out?
Yeah, it's back now. I'm just gonna scroll back and show everyone what happened in the bot lane. We are in the bot lane.
Well, I
It's
still see
sometimes-
the... Okay, no, it's fixed. Yeah,
No,
it's fixed.
sometimes the OBS just causes a bit of problem, and we can see they go very aggressive. Even though the bot lane of 14k are level 1, they do get the first blood, and then
Seriously?
the return kill for Morgana.
Okay, that's a good flash. Did you see that in the mid lane?
No. What time are you at? Can you pause? Because I have to go back a bit. The OBS was causing a bit of problem.
335. Yeah, I'm at 335.
Okay. When I come there, I'll let you know. Okay. So in the mid
That
lane,
will-
there's a bit. LeBlanc tried to trade when Leah was level 3, and also in the top lane there is a bit of trade by Shen.
What's the time?
My time is at 3:15, so it will take a bit of time. I had to go back because OBS was, problematic a bit. So, okay.
Tell
So
me at 3:38.
okay, there is a flash by Talia. Yeah, I'm at 3:35. So, Trundle now taking the farm.
Let's get the time in sync again. What's your time again?
3:50.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Vi clearing the ward in the top lane.
And
They know
in
Vi
the
is in
bot
the
lane?
top lane, and I think there might be a gank in the bot lane. And Rakan takes the brunt, and that is a good dash, but I think Rakan might be dead. But Rakan just survives, and in the end,
It's only
No
No,
kill.
no. Yeah, no kills, no summoners, but yeah.
They didn't have summoners in the bot lane, so it was a good gank by Tyranny, but
Yeah.
they managed to survive. But they are still playing aggressive, and I think the bot lane this time of 14k is playing better than last time around.
Yeah, they are.
This might be a hook, but the bind misses. So Talia getting caught. I think Talia might be dead here. But Talia takes a return kill, and that was a 1-for-1.
That's
That was a
pretty
2v1,
impressive.
and
Yeah.
like Talia managed to get a kill, and you know, it's pretty good for the mid laner. He does get ganked, but takes the return kill even though he's about to die. So
Well, so far, both the teams are, I guess we could say, even, because the goal lead isn't that significant. It's only a few hundred gold.
yeah.
Well, we see Vi in the bot lane, waiting in the brush. Will this be a gank? They could see the gank coming.
Zahin, can you pause? I have to go back
Yes.
against spectator data. So
Okay.
what's your time?
6:20. 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, you're very far ahead. Spectator data is causing a lot of issues. So there is safe farming from the bot lane. Even though Tristana is ahead in farm, we can see Vi is in the brush. What was your time again?
6:20.
Okay. Vi does get the gank. There's a bit of damage onto Morgana. A good knockup. I'm at 620. A good knockup, but they are forced to back off. The bind misses, and you know, just they can't get the kills yet. The ganks have happened. Tyranny's jungle did gank, and also the same for and that's a good black shield.
Well, Morgana
but
will
there
survive
is
this. Okay, there's
a roam from Talia, and they managed to get the kill. Good roam by Talia.
Thank you.
Just stops Morgana from going back to her turret, and has to, you know, and there was no flash available for her, so that was a kill.
Yeah.
We
can see that
executing their
sense.
composition really well, especially the Talia. They're executing it well.
Yes, pretty impressive plays by 14k Gaming, and in the meanwhile, Emperor QT has used his out, trying to save Morgana, but he could not.
Yeah.
Now there's trade in the top lane, but Shed,
Shandal is going to walk back because no mana.
yeah.
And that's a knock-up onto Tristana. A bit of damage going onto Tristana, and you know, 14k Gaming this time around, their bot lane is, you know, in the driving seat, and I think that might be a kill.
Well, that's a lot of damage onto Vi, and Vi is dead.
That is a kill onto Vi.
Yes, we see both the mid laners playing quite well. Each one coping up to the other's plays.
Yeah. And the difference is, look at Xayah CS. Xayah CS is so far behind.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be this much behind. They're causing so much. She's missing a lot of the farm. So Thundel getting a Tiamat again. Now he does have. did have an advantage, and they do, dodge the bind system around.
Here we see LeBlanc. And the blue
Roaming.
side, she's roaming. Trying to set up a gank, Morgana. Well, doesn't have her ultimate. Okay, the chain misses.
That was a good sidestep. A very good sidestep, and I think,
Okay, the ethereal chains connect this time.
that might be a kill because of the red buff.
Yeah, that's a kill. A kill for LeBlanc. LeBlanc is now on a killing spree. We can see a lot of deep words from the Elise.
And Trundle just picking their own fights. Like, when Shen activates the W, you shouldn't fight him. You should just back off. And that's a good flash onto Morgana.
That's what I said, that if Rakan can land his ult properly, see, can be used both as...
And I think that might be another dead vibe.
Yeah. That's a RIP vibe.
Yeah. And that's a gank in the bot lane.
That's a dive. Okay, that's a bad miss.
But I think they might get another kill as well, so...
Yes.
A 5-man dive in the bot lane.
Yes, in spite of the mistakes, still secure a kill. And that's another... Okay. The skill shot. My god. Splendid. And the flash is burned. And will Talia survive? I don't think so.
I don't think Talia will probably survive. I think that there'll be a kill onto Talia.
Yeah.
But the flash was wasted to get the kill.
Yes, meanwhile, Nash trying to take the turret. But not succeeding. Now there's a word on the dragon. Will Vi contest? Nope. We see no signs of contesting. Vi busy farming.
So far, Tyranny had a very proactive play in the bot lane, managed kill 4 members of 14k down there. Well, actually 5. Everyone died after the Talia tried to help out, where she didn't actually have to come by.
Yes, she did not, but the place was warded and she got caught. Okay, the ethereal chains miss. If LeBlanc would have landed the chain, Talia would have died. But
Yeah.
So, well, LeBlanc missed a chance of getting a free blue buff. That's a very good binding, stopping Rakan's out. Well, we see Talia moving bot. She has her ultimate up, but Rakan does not. They have it warded and they see him coming. Oh well.
You're dead by again, and there's so much damage.
There's some. Okay.
But Trundle takes the kill. Trundle doesn't want to fight again because Lisa's red buff. Waiting for the Talia to come in. Talia does come in.
What do we see now? Okay.
And there are 2 flashes and no one dies. Yet. The fight is still going on.
Yeah.
Almost, taking down Elise, but now Team Tyranny will just walk back. And that's a bind on to Gaia. That's a lot of damage onto her. They might even go for a dive. But the binding is. And no dive done.
We see LeBlanc in the jungle. Now, what is she waiting for? I think she's trying to bait Vi into,
Yeah.
but they know her position. We see Elise moving bot.
And they actually kind of estimate that, yeah, LeBlanc might be here.
Will they get the turrets?
I think they probably will. They don't, they do stop Vi coming in. And that is a 2-man knockup! And that's a lot of CC onto Elise. Elise just dies.
That's beautifully executed. Okay, we see the chase from Trundle, but
Trundle does not, go for the dive anymore because the ult just expired. An attempt, by the bot lane of 14k to catch out Tristana, but the knockup misses. But Zaya is out of mana right now, so I think they should just back off for the meanwhile.
they'll back off soon. But if they back off now, they'll lose the turret. Well, they'll lose it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to defend the turret. That's why going in. Aggro. So we see Elise moving in bot again.
Yeah, it's a given because they want the turret and they are trying to defend. But the 14k response for the top lane, they want the first turret goal before, but they couldn't get it.
Yeah.
They do take a turret response.
They do. That's a good attempt. The next dragon will be up in 20 seconds. Let's see which team it goes to.
Rakan stays back for some reason.
Yeah. I wonder why though. He won't be able to do anything now. That's a pause.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
That's a lot of DCs.
A summoner
Yeah,
has
it's a battle ping reconnect.
Yeah.
A summoner has reconnected.
That's what I see in the chat.
A summoner has reconnected.
So, thoughts so far about the game?
Well, thoughts. Well, first I'd like to mention what I've seen that Morgana is playing Bond of Stone as the mastery. Usually we see support playing Thunderlords on Morgana, isn't it so?
Yeah, but I think, Stoneborn's Pact is much better
Yeah,
right now.
Stoneman's Pact. Yeah, my
Stoneborn's
bad.
Pact is much better right now because if you use if you have the Stoneborn's Pact and you buy the Ardent Sensor and you use the ult, you can basically give Ardent Sensor to, a lot of people. So yeah. So Stoneborn's Pact can trigger the Ardent Sensor in many ways. So that's why I think Stoneborn Pact is a very good mastery right now because it also works on Trundle. If you play Trundle support and you have Stoneborn's Pact, you can use that and the pillar to trigger Ardent Sensor. It's kind of weird, but you can. Like, you can actually proc the Ardent Sensor using the Stoneborn Spect.
Okay.
I think this
Well,
time around 14K are playing better in a sense, but it's
you've got
just,
to see the LeBlanc. It
yeah,
feels like their mid laner, Karaklonda, is pretty comfortable with the champ. And, well, for the other teams to play against them, I guess this is a must ban champ.
yeah.
Pick it or ban it, LeBlanc. He seems to be 8-1 now, 8-1 on LeBlanc. And this time around, though, the bot lane of 14K Gaming has been playing better.
Yeah.
It's taking a lot of time for them to reconnect.
Yeah. Like, apparently someone DC'd. It was not battle ping, it was a DC. So,
Well, the game's resuming and resumed. We see that the bot lane
is it resumed? Why was it resumed here?
is resumed. Yeah. The inner turret seems to okay
Mine hasn't been,
resumed yet.
yeah.
Okay, I'm pausing. I'm in 17-14.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for my game to
A
resume.
summoner has reconnected.
Yeah. He does reconnect.
I'm on 17-16. Do let me know when you get there.
They are unpausing. So the bot lane turret is being sieged a bit.
Tell me when to resume.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm in 76. And so there is an ult by Rakan, but Rakan basically misses it. Nothing that would be a dead Talia again. And that's it, Talia.
Yes. LeBlanc is completely dominating, killing anyone who gets in our way.
Basically, also by
Buys dead again. And yet again another dragon goes to the red team. A second infernal red break. The top lane turret,
turret also goes down.
and we see Thundral going back just to clear out the way. Maybe trade a little. That's a lot of minion he's tanking.
that's a miss.
Yeah,
So, but if it did land, I think that would be another death.
yeah. Zaya would have died.
Throw another rock.
Okay, I'll have to scroll back a bit. Spectator data
Okay.
again.
Fine. I'm in 1911 seconds, 19 minutes and still 11 minutes.
Still a lot of lag. To wait
That's our
until-
internet.
It's not the internet basically. Spectator sometimes does not download data. I don't know why. I really don't know about why it does occur in a sense.
It's probably packet loss. We do have a lot of it.
So I'm at 1911. Okay, so they do clear the vision around the Baron. I think they would want to do. They want to do the Rift. Sorry, the Rift Herald.
Little pieces.
Will they be able to do it on time? I don't think so. Or maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
Yeah, they will, and we see that Talia, she has her ult. They could.
And
Will they fight it?
take
They won't.
And now that might be an engage, but that's a good ult by Rakan, and
Yeah, that's a pretty good ult.
that's an instantly dead Zaya.
I don't know what the blue team was waiting for. If they wanted to engage, they should have done it earlier.
Yeah, they should have.
Red team double kill.
They just stood there and I don't know what. Really, I don't know what they waited for.
Yeah.
Now they'll probably get 2 turrets, even
That
3
was a
because
blunder.
they do have.
Well, Zaya's up, but she won't be able to defend. Right. Okay, so they're backing. Oh. I feel that if for 14k rate, if the Vi pick wasn't a good choice.
It wasn't really.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. What did Vi wait for? Okay, so should have picked something else. Other junglers
And now
were
that's going
available.
to get dead on
Little pieces.
Zaya.
Uses a ultimate but still unable to escape. And another kill. LeBlanc is dominating with 11 kills and 1 death.
Yeah.
So it's a champ you should not give to Honda. Look
Yeah,
at that
probably
damage.
And there is an engine in the bot lane. They do jump on the LeBlanc and finally they kill him.
Yeah, now she's dead.
But now they are going for the Baron.
While the blue team is there in bot lane, they'll get the Baron. There's no one to contest in
Yeah.
any way. So that's a free Baron for them. Not free because they shut down on LeBlanc.
And now Rakan is all alone. I think Rakan might be dead.
Will
but
Rakan
Rakan
die?
survived.
No. Dashes to safety.
Not dashes to safety, he got ulted. And
Ah.
dashes and then ulted.
Yeah. He got ulted mid dash.
Yeah. And that's like an instantly dead by
Look at Trundle. Trundle's getting melted too. Look at
and
that
that was a
damage on
triple kill.
Tristana.
That's a quadra, and he wants the penta, and he gets
Well,
it.
okay, that's a beautiful penta kill. Well played. Well played from the red team.
Yeah.
That was a 4v5.
And I think but they do not finish the game.
They won't be able to end it. We see that the whole blue team's up. Meanwhile, LeBlanc. Yeah. LeBlanc in the bot lane. Okay, again, catching out another opponent. This time,
The flag
okay.
might probably be dead, and my spectator server has failed. Wow.
Well, that was too greedy from LeBlanc. And Zaya gets a double kill. Tristana gets a double kill too, on the other hand. And we see them tanking. What are they doing now? So, will you be reconnecting?
Yeah, I will. Or is the game over?
It's gonna be over, yeah. That's an ace. And this game will go to Tyranny again. That's a 2-0.
That's a 2-0 from Tyranny. Tyranny will take it. I'm trying to reconnect, just to show you.
Been trying quite well, blue team. Could have fought harder.
I think this time
Both
the
their
fault was
carries
that
are
he
really
was.
fed.
What?
Both of their carries, LeBlanc and Tristana, both of them are quite fed.
I think they could have, not picked Talia. And even if they did, not a summoner like Ignite. I don't think Ignite came in handy at all.
Yeah, that now at this moment, it's the game's over. GG well played. The game goes to Tyranny. That's a 2-0.
At the end, I'm just going to, show the end. They just take down Zaya, and now, they want to end the game, but that's so much damage from Tristana. And this is the game. So Tyranny take their first series of the game. First game of the game, and they win convincingly, and now they wait to find who's the they wait for their next game. Meanwhile, 14K Gaming tried, but they could have tried harder, and that's about it. That's from us, guys. That's all for us today, because there are no other games today, so we'll be, there'll be more games tomorrow, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you.